The early archery deer season in Arizona typically runs from late August through early September. The hunt requires an over-the-counter tag, which in most cases allows the hunter to take either an antlered whitetail or mule deer, with quotas for each species that vary by game management unit. This is an interesting time of year to hunt in southern Arizona. The landscape is unusually green, the weather is hot and often rainy, there's lots of bugs, and the snakes are still out. But it's an opportunity to take a buck in velvet before the deer get pressured by the fall rifle hunts, if you can get close enough. My strategy for this hunt will be to glass in the morning, still hunt in the afternoon, and sit water catchments in the evening. This tends to be a challenging hunt and typically has a low success rate. I'll mostly have only weekends to hunt, so it's not going to be easy. I'll be hunting the Fort Huachuca military reservation, which adds some unique elements to the hunt. So here's what happened. I sat this water catchment until dark. Nothing came in except this little guy. So it's right at last light. I'm filming with my phone, the video quality is terrible. But this little bear just came in. There, he just left. So here's an interesting find. Right here at my feet where I'm glassing, there's an M1 Grande Clip. Probably been there since the 1950s. And not far away, here's another one. I find a lot of these in this area, along with a lot of 30-06 brass. Most of the brass I find in this area is usually stamped with a date from the 1950s. So this could have been deposited much later than that, but sometime before the Army switched to the M14. The M1 Garand was replaced with the M14 in 1957. It was still in service with some reserve units until the 1970s. And here is a piece of 30-06 brass. I don't know if you can hear that, but somewhere behind me there's a fawn bleeding. And a deer just ran across that ridge in front of me, I think responding to it. Again, don't know if you can see it, but there's, looks like a white-tailed doe running across the ridge out in front of me. I can still hear that fawn bleeding. Image quality isn't that good, but there's that doe out in front of me. Still hear that fawn bleeding in the distance, and she is definitely agitated by it. There she goes. Again, don't know if you could hear that, but that fawn is still bleeding. I just got my phone with me, so the image quality when I zoom in is pretty bad. But that was some interesting behavior to watch. This evening I sat another catchment till dark. Some Coues Deer does came in, but nothing else. Sat a new catchment this evening. Nothing showed up. This morning I glassed a new location. Mid-morning I glassed up a group of mule deer, 2 does and a spike buck. Shortly after that I spotted this Coues doe with a fawn. It's hard to see in this picture, but she's nursing the fawn. The group of mule deer moved closer into this draw but didn't stay long and took off. Later I had a Customs and Border Protection NQ-9 drone show up. The rest of the morning was uneventful. Here are what look like some Javelina tracks. It looks like those little ones might be the tracks of a baby Javelina. That afternoon I did some still hunting and found a nice Coues buck. So I'm walking down this ridge, and I'm caught out in the open. Across from me, bedded under a mesquite, is a buck. I'm not sure if he's seen me or knows that I'm here, but he's not getting up. So I'm going to try and back out of here, get back over the ridge and see if I can swing around with the wind in my favor. The odds are against me because he already knows I'm here, I think. And there he goes, he just busted, he's running. So he made me. He's going up over the other side. There he goes. That evening I sat at water catchment. Nothing showed up, but some coyotes made themselves known. The next morning I went back to the same glassing location. I glassed up some jackrabbits and saw 1 mule deer buck. That afternoon I still hunted a new area, saw a group of 3 nice Coues bucks. They busted me before I could get close. Other than seeing some does and coyotes, the rest of the day proved uneventful. Labor Day morning, I was back in the same glassing location. Spotted 1 mule deer doe. A little bit later I spotted the mule deer spike buck from a few days ago. He went down into this brushy draw. I attempted a stalk, but he was long gone when I got to the area I last saw him. Later the same mule deer doe showed up, then nothing the rest of the morning. That evening I sat water again. Nothing showed up. I went glassing 1 more morning and sat the same water catchment 2 more evenings, but saw nothing. The season ended without me filling my tag. Only 5 deer were taken on Fort Huachuca during the entire hunt. The season opens again in December, which gives me another chance to fill my tag before the end of the year.